just finished watching the final season of Ozark, and for the most part, it was pretty good. I have a couple of complaints. We'll get to that in a second, but all around, the show has been a wicked ride. It's like Breaking Bad, and you get to the end of those shows, you love them so much, you like the characters so much, they grow on you so much, and then the show ends, and you still want more. And no matter what kind of ending you get, I think sometimes in a situation like this, you're not gonna be satisfied. But I really think the show shines in like the very first season. That was my favorite season of the show. I thought you could watch the first season and like take it as like a movie, and you don't have to watch the rest of the show. But season 2, 3 are pretty good. Season 4 is definitely not my favorite season, but I really, really do like how they make the villains in these shows and the leader of the drug cartel. I forget his name. I really like how they made him. He's not the same generic drug cartel leader. He has a human emotion side to him, which is nice to see. And all the supporting characters are really good. The soundtrack is awesome. Amazing cinematography. There's this I think season 4 is like the best when it comes to that. Story wise, everyone's storylines like wrapped up pretty good, other than the bride family. You did not really spoilers, but okay, spoilers. If you haven't seen part 2 of Ozark, I'd click off this video right now. But the show ends with them not getting the whole series. Like this whole season was them getting away, and the fucking last episode basically ends by Jonah shooting a gunshot off towards someone. I'm not gonna say who, because I don't want to go that far into spoilers. And then the episode ends. So, like I said, everyone's storyline comes to a good conclusion, and then the bride family, like the main character, people that we want to know what's gonna happen to them. That gunshot's like the last thing we see, and it cuts to black, and it ends. And that's it. We don't know if they're gonna stay. We don't know if they're gonna leave. I thought they were gonna maybe stay because the new leader, but I don't know. I think they could leave now. With Omar Navarro dead. That's his name. I remember. It's 3:30 here in the morning. I'm fucking tired. But yeah, all around, really good, intense moments. Best emotional moments in the show. All in all, not my favorite season. When I just think of season 4 as a whole, I don't like remember a lot of crucial, important things that happen. Every time I think of the show, I think of like the first season. There was a couple of good deaths. There is one or two characters kind of just disappear, and their storyline isn't like, you don't really know what happens to them. Same as the Bird family, which I'll get to in a second. But all in all, good season, I guess. I give it a 7 out of 10. Like for the ending, I wanted a lot more closure and explanation. But by the way it ended, I don't mind leaving it, up to us. The only negative thing I have to say about this show, 2 negatives, is there's a bit too many characters, I think. And there's a bit too many storylines going on. So it's a lot. And they're talking about, oh, we signed a deal with this person and blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of this season is business related. You kind of forget who's who. There's so many fucking characters. And there's a lot of storylines that happened in previous seasons. It's just a lot to remember. I think they get cut some characters out and just condense it a bit and make it a bit more tolerable. And this, like, as much as I love the show, this season, as Netflix splitting this up into 2 parts, kind of killed it for me, because I think they should have just dropped it all at once. They dropped part 1, I did a review of that, and they just dropped part 2. Part 1 came out like 6 months ago. So then the hype builds. The show was already fucking filmed. So my hype for the second part was pretty high. And I would say I hit it in the middle. It was like 50-50. But I wanted more, and I wish I got more. But I can't believe Netflix didn't drop it all at once, because like I said, my hype built up. They dropped it all at once. I could have just binged it all at once, and then my hype wouldn't have built up for the second part, but that's not what happened. And the last complaint is, like, literally this whole season has intense moments, but when we get to the last 2 episodes, and it's supposed to be a lot more intense than it actually is, because it's not really that intense, they wait until like the last 10 minutes to capitalize on everything, and it doesn't feel rushed. I've seen a lot worse, but like, I don't know, it just, everything comes to a conclusion in like 10 minutes in the last episode, and that's when everything comes to a wrap, where I think you should have taken a bit more time to follow everything through, but whatever. That's the review, everyone. Check out Ozark if you haven't. Thanks for watching.